But tell us in a word or two what what for you is the first sign of spring. And I'm actually going to interrupt myself. I see that Stephanie Alba has joined us. I don't know, Stephanie, if you have the ability to get yourself on on video.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Hi.
So I'm really happy to have Stephanie here, and I hope you'll all also extend her a warm welcome. Those of you from Extension know that Stephanie was on maternity leave while this project was just getting going, and so she's able to join us. So take a minute to tell us who you are, what organization you're from, and a couple of words about what the first few signs of spring are. And I will start with you, Susie Gibson. Susie?
Oh, sorry. Okay, first sign of spring. I was going to say my feet sinking into the snow rather than sliding on top of the snow. But then I noticed this morning it got cold again. So whether you're sinking into the snow or sliding on top of ice, it's hard to say because we're having a bit of like tempting with spring and then a little bit more winter.
Great. Kristen Workman.
Hi, I was having audio issues, so I think I figured them out. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, and we can see you.
Hi. So what am I'm sorry, what am I supposed to be doing?
Introduce yourself. Tell us
Okay.
who you are, where you work, and then just what's a sign of spring for you.
Okay, so I'm Kirsten Workman, and I'm an agronomy outreach specialist in the Middlebury UVM Extension Office, working with farmers on adopting conservation practices in their cropping systems, primarily looking at water quality, but other things too. And I missed the first webinar, and I don't have my homework done, but I've read it and reviewed it and have some thoughts. So first signs of spring, none, there are none. That's what it feels like. Let's see. I can see one patch of grass out my window here in the office under the tree that doesn't have snow on it. That's a good sign.
Great. Stephanie Alba.
Hi all. I work in the state office with Extension. I support our faculty and program staff with their planning and reporting efforts. So an element of that is hopefully helping them with evaluation. So I'm looking to learn a lot from everybody here to help me guide the rest of folks with Extension. Let's see, first sign of spring. There is sun shining through my window, so that is a sign for me. And I guess the light later. I like the light. It being lighter later. Yes, I'll say that.
Definitely.
Thanks.
So I see a couple of, at least one other person has popped in. So Lindsay Rule, you've joined us. And I don't know if you have your camera on, if you can.
She does.
Okay, I'm not seeing it, but go ahead, Lindsay. What we're doing is we're reintroducing ourselves because we have a couple of new people, and we're saying where we're from and also what for us is a first key sign of spring. I'm not hearing Lindsay. No? Can anybody hear Lindsay, or is it just me?
No, I can't either.
Okay. No, if it looks to me like you are here and that you have your mic on, but we'll jump to Liz Gleason. Liz, are you there? Seem to have technical difficulties today. And how about?
Okay, so Lindsay cannot hear us. So I'm not sure why you're not muted. It might be, it's probably a simple thing on your side. So you may want to take out the headset or turn on your volume, see if there's obvious things to fix. Otherwise you can call in.
The other thing that sometimes has worked for me is to log off and log back in, is to come on if none of those work. I'm going to jump to Nina. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Awesome.
My name is Nina Gage. I work for the Agency of Agriculture, Food and Markets Water Quality Division. I'm an ag water quality specialist. I work primarily with a number of grant programs that provide funding and financial assistance to farmers, as well as a number of funding programs for partner organizations in the state of Vermont. And my first sign of spring is that I'm wearing my rubber boots, but you can't quite see them. But my feet are now getting very sweaty with my wool socks and rubber boots. So I'm going to have to cut back my wool sock wearing.
or maybe kick off the boots in the office.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay, and Emily?
Yeah, is my microphone working?
It is. We can hear you.
Excellent. I'm Emily. I work for the Orleans County Conservation District up in Newport, and I am new to this area of Vermont. So spring is different here than it is in Burlington. And so I guess my first sign of spring would be the strong sun. I got sunburned the other weekend.
Excellent. So Juan?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Elvis, pastoral program at Center for Sustainable Ag, UVM Extension. Sign of spring, is there any? I don't know, maybe yesterday was a little bit warmer, but everything is white here.
You don't get a big desk here. A guy with a little desk.
May not be the signs are here yet.
So Lindsay, I could see you for a moment, I think.
Yeah, I just closed my laptop, but I am in by phone.
Great. Can you give us a short introduction of yourself and your sign of spring?
Yeah, I'm Lindsay. I work in the St. Albans Extension office, and I know the grass is brown, but I'm really excited about it getting green soon.
Great. Liz, can you hear us and can you get on?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. I guess I don't actually have a microphone that works on my computer. I should have checked that earlier. Sorry. This is Liz Gleason. I work for the Vermont Housing and Conservation Board with our Vermont Farm and Forest Viability Program. And last night I went for a walk after dinner and it was light out, which was great. And I have to apologize. Also, I have to leave early today at around 10:15 of. I had another meeting that had to get scheduled afterwards.
Thanks for letting us know. Alyssa?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. I don't have to dial in by phone. Hi, everyone. My name is Alyssa White. I'm a graduate student in the Plant and Soil Science Department here at UVM. I work with the Agroecology and Livelihoods Collaborative. And my research is focused on how farmers are adapting to climate change in the Northeast and how ecosystem services play into decision making. And we use a participatory action research lens for our research.
And sign of spring?
Sign of spring. We scheduled our sheep to get sheared.
Ah.
Definitely springtime.
Yeah. Great. So is there any of our participants who I have missed? Speak up if I didn't call on you. I can see that there's phone number. I think I have everybody, but okay. So Kate, your sign of spring, an introduction?
I'm Kate. I'm with Center for New Leadership, and I'm helping to co-facilitate the launch of this 2-year program. And I would agree that it's the light. It's not necessarily that it's longer. It's about the quality of the light. There's a difference in the intensity that makes me realize, even though there's snow on the ground, spring will come. It really will.
And I'm Beth Holtzman. I'm with UVM Extension, and I'm coordinating this project. And for me, I think it's that my animals start shutting out. There is this preponderance of dog hair and cat hair all over my house at the moment. So they know warmer weather is coming. So I'm going to move into our agenda. So today, what we're going to do is the next slide. So then what we're going to do today is we're going to do our check-ins. We're going to review our homework, both in small groups, and also have a follow-up discussion with the full group. We're going to talk about change management. We're going to do some announcements and sharing about what's next. And we're going to be using the breakout rooms like we did before, which may be new to some of you. And we're going to be using our chat box, and we're going to be doing full group discussion. So, and with that,
He's not up here.
Are there any questions? No. So what we're going to do is go right into our breakout rooms. And I'm going to ask you to bear with me because I'm going to try doing the breakout rooms a little differently than I did last time. Technology for me. And once you get into your breakout rooms, you're going to share one or two key assumptions that you included about your theory of change, and one thing you really want to know or measure as you move forward. And Kate, if I could just ask you to do, since there are a few people on today who may not have been part of last week's discussion, if you wanted to give just like a 1-minute recap of what that theory of change work is, if they want to jump in the conversation.
The theory of change is a simple equation of if we do X, then Y will happen. Those of you who tried to articulate that, you know, it might be a little more complicated, but it's the root of our work. It's the reason why we do what we do. Sometimes it's supported by best practice or our own evidence. And sometimes we're working on gathering that evidence, which is why we are looking at program performance measures. So again, if we do these activities or strategies, then we expect this kind of result with the people that we're working with. Anybody have anything to add based on what you said with the theory? Reminder to mute if you can, if you're not speaking, and if you want to speak, don't forget to unmute.
So you're going to be in rooms of 2 to 3 participants per room, and it may take just a second for me to create them. At a certain point, you're going to go, as Kate says, down the Harry Potter flu network, and you'll find yourself in your breakout rooms where you'll be for about 5 minutes, and then you'll get a message that you have about 1 minute to wrap up, and we'll be coming all back together. So I'm going to do that right now.
To do wait is because we didn't move this slide necessarily. You're going to just go over your theory of change because you were working on it, and if you didn't have the opportunity to work on it, you can do your initial draft, and also sort of what was the major assumption and what's the one thing you really want to know now about your work and that theory of change and your assumptions. So and back, we'll just have a quick conversation. Safe travels.